Okay, everybody, welcome back to Six Cars. Welcome back to another episode. And today is a pretty special one. If you guys can already see behind me, get a bit of the feature car for today's video in the frame. We are looking at, by far, the coolest Peugeot you will find in Canada. It's a 206 GTI full WRC kit. There is so much to look at on this car, and you've probably seen it in passing in some of our previous videos. We have seen it at a couple of car meets. I've wanted to feature this car for a long time. Now we'll finally get an up-close look at this amazing Peugeot 206. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you've hit that big red subscribe button. Leave the comments what you think of the car. Leave those likes as well. I always appreciate it. Let's dive right into the Peugeot. So here we go, guys. As I mentioned, there is so many things to talk about on this car. And if you are a big rally car fan like myself, I think you'll be enjoying this quite a bit because there are many great eras from the WRC. You guys all know about Group B, then in the 90s as well, some great cars from that era too. But these early 2000s produced some absolute winners, and the 206 has always been one that's been very high up on my list. So you guys can obviously see this is not your standard 206 GTI. You can see just how much wider and thicker the car is and how hippie it is. You guys can see how nicely the wheels are tucked in as well. We'll get to those in a second, but we'll start off with the front. So you guys can see how much bigger this front bumper is on the WRC kit. It sticks out way further than your standard 206 GTI. Now, the interesting thing, obviously, at the front, what is staring everyone in the face is these big rally lights. It is absolutely true to those classic WRC cars. You'd see it a lot of the more extreme rallies, sort of like the safari rally you see in Kenya. That's where they'd have to use these big lights or anything that happens at night too. So very interestingly, the owner had actually got the mold for this, completely did it by hand, and it is very, very true to the original lights. These are all original parts at the front. You guys can tell it's very much 2000s, extremely period correct, and you guys can see it here as well, bolted right into the hood. So every tiny little detail, they're obviously paint matched as well. So much tender love and care going into every little piece of this car. As we shift around to the side here too, you guys can get another look at that from the front. Man, that is by far one of my favorite details on these old WRC cars. But as I mentioned, let's take a look at the wheels now as well. So yes, the wheels. I'm sure after watching many videos on this channel, I'm sure you guys know all about the TE37s, but these ones are 18-inch and it's on a 215 tire. So bigger than what you'd see on obviously pretty much any other Peugeot, but these are fully custom. And in the back, you guys can get a look at the VMAX big brakes. So if you like myself, not too familiar with the VMAX, they are very popular on the European brands. I know generally over here we see a lot of Brembo brakes, but VMAX, that is really cool and obviously stays with the European touch of this Peugeot 206. And you guys will see all the stickers on the side. They are true to the original WRC car. You can look it up, look up pictures. All of these stickers stay true to the car. So Total and GK, the Clarion sticker there as well, who sponsored a lot of race cars back in the day. Not just WRC, but also Super GT in Japan. So really cool to see that. But every inch, as I mentioned, of this car has some little bit of rally touch. You've got the roof snorkel as well. Very important in rally racing, of course. Inside, we also have the Sparco bucket seats. So we've got the full bucket seats with the side supports here. And on the side, we have a little more traditional one for the passenger side, a bit easier to get in and out, fully foldable as well. We've got the short shifter in there, which obviously maximizes the driving. We will take a quick ride in the car from the passenger seat as well, so you guys can get a feel for how that drives. But we'll go around to the back as well here. And this is probably my favorite part about it, because while I mentioned it's really cool to see the lights at the front, and that is obviously such a good touch, this has always been my favorite part of the Peugeot 206 rally cars, is this incredibly unique wing. I don't think you will find another wing like this on any other car. The only one that I can say maybe could compete with being this cool is the Ford Escort RS Cosworth. It's got a kind of similar style, how it wraps around the window, but this Peugeot 206 as you guys can see, basically bolts right into the window. It's easily one of the coolest wing designs you will ever find on any car. And at the back, you can also get another look at just how wide it is compared to your standard Peugeot 206. Much hippier at the back, a lot more thicker. Clearly, that back bumper has the same kind of feeling as the front as well, where it sticks much further out and gives it that full rally car, race car kind of vibe as well. So very, very cool to see all of the touches around the body kit as well. And looking at the back, just behind the front wheel arch too, you can see just how much wider this sticks out from the doors. A big gap there. It's obviously got that very aggressive wide body styling. Very, very true to the original WRC race cars. And just another point at the back too, it does have a fully custom exhaust, which of course you will get to hear in just a couple of minutes. It sounds fantastic, obviously, as pretty much any rally car does. So another thing to look at too is just how the car sits. So obviously you basically change your suspension pretty much every rally race depending on the conditions and of course what kind of surface you're racing on as well. There's tarmac rallies, dirt rallies. This one definitely has a nice little, I would say, tarmac rally setup because of course these are still being driven on the road. The owner does daily drive this quite a bit, so you don't want it to be too crazy on the suspension, but my goodness, look at the fitment and how well that sits. This is obviously such a cool passion project and just so many interesting little details on this car. We could go on forever and ever just looking at all the little intricate pieces on this 206. And of course, as I mentioned, you don't really see too many Peugeot 206s or just Peugeots in general at all in Canada because they weren't really ever sold here. So we do have the 15-year rule in Canada. If you guys are watching from outside of the country, I know the USA has a 25-year import rule. So I think they can only just start getting these now, but we have had the ability to import these 206s for quite a while now. But I think this is by far the coolest one you will find anywhere in the country. I mean, just look at this from every single angle, guys. There's just so many cool little points to look at and so many interesting parts, as I mentioned before. Again, just the light setup there, just everything true to the original rally car. It's just incredible. So obviously, like myself, the owner has a huge passion for rally racing, and it is lovely to see someone go out with a full build like this and just take every little detail of what makes the Peugeot 206 cool and add all of those WRC rally elements to it to make it that much more extreme. So there is the startup. It's got a nice little rumble too. As I mentioned, is a full custom exhaust, so something that you can't really get on any other vehicle. And obviously, if you're making a very unique sort of one-of-one WRC tribute Peugeot, you probably want a one-of-one exhaust system too. So it's got a nice little burble to it. As I mentioned, the owner does daily drive this, so you don't want it to be too hectic. And I honestly think it just very much suits the car. You guys can hear a bit of the rumble as we get closer. It's got a nice little titanium finish to the exhaust exit as well, and you guys can just get another look at the period correct stickers there. And once again, just that wraparound wing around the windshield, I just cannot get enough of that. That is just such a cool little logo. We've got the original Michelin Man stickers on the side of the wing too, and there we go. I can mention there, you can see just the bolts sticking right into the window. It's one of the coolest wings you will find on any car. And look at that, you've got the rally fog light working down at the bottom as well, incorporated into the WRC wide body rear bumper. Man, oh man, just so damn cool, ladies and gentlemen. So cool. I'm glad we found sort of a rally-esque looking road to park the car up on and see it actually rolling down the road. But as promised, guys, we are going to jump inside the passenger seat and get a quick little ride along in the 206 WRC. Look at how cool that is. Leaving our little makeshift rally stage road here, and it's another angle of the front rally lights. You guys can see just how big they are and how thick they are. Kind of get an idea of what the WRC drivers were seeing from their POV as well. From my stance, the co-driver position, and you get a bit of the sound as well inside. Once again, as mentioned, it's got a great little raspy sound to it, just like you would expect from a rally car. And you can also see the sides there sticking out, bulging out, just like the WRC car. As I mentioned, guys, the kit is fitted perfectly on this 206. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that look at the Peugeot 206 WRC. Just a fantastic build. As a rally fan myself, I loved it. I hope you guys liked it as well. But the video is not done just yet. We are going to hit up a Vaulture meet very quickly. If you guys have seen some of the other Vaulture meets on the channel, you know it's filled with all sorts of cool and interesting European classic cars. So let's go see what they have to offer to wrap up this video with some more cool cars. Yeah, always some fun stuff at these Vaulture meets. A nice little E30 Cabrio, a nice old 6 Series. Yeah, quite a bit of BMWs. They're all in fantastic condition as well, as we come to expect from these events. You take a look under the hood there, looking quite good. I've seen this Corrado around a few times, but that is one of my favorite Corrados we have seen at these events in the city. It's a nice Diablo over there too, another fan favorite from these Vaulture meets. Nice little blue E46. Looks like almost, I would guess, Americana, but I think this is supposed to be a European theme. But yeah, so it is a Plymouth, so interesting. I thought maybe they could fool me, maybe it's some sort of weird like old BMW, but no, it is clearly very American. A nice old Plymouth. There's some Volkswagens as well. We see James's old 912 that we've seen on the channel before. That's really cool, actually. It's a Mark 1 Jetta GLI. Hardly ever see these around. Again, very good condition, like the NACA ducts he's put in on the hood as well. We have a nice little VR6 Golf over here too, and yes, there is James's 912, always looking quite good, done up very nicely. It's got the GT3RS exhaust, it's got the roof rack, the sawbelt harnesses, the bucket seats, the roll cage. It's the full deal, guys. So we'll get a close look at that in another video, I imagine too. But yeah, great to see that around as well. And a nice little 328, an old Mini, a great little mix of cars here. The M4 CSL here, obviously quite nice and quite rare, but what stood out to me is these BBS wheels, obviously not stock, but all the holes that are going through each of the spokes. I don't think I've ever seen a BBS wheel like that before, so it'd be interesting to know the benefits of that through the wheel. It's very unique to me. I've never seen it before. I did want to point that out to you guys, but yeah, like I said, M4 CSL, obviously quite rare. Good to see that. Very nicely done M2 there. Quite like that. There, another Diablo for you guys to look at. This one I kind of feel is maybe going through a bit of a rebuild, or has recently done a rebuild, because there are some interesting parts. If you look down below here at the small gills around the air vent, it's finished in like a greenish turquoise almost. I don't even know what color you want to call that. And as well as the wiper blade is finished in that same color. The little wind, I guess you want to call it like a wind deflector, where the third rear taillight is also finished in that green, and then around the taillights too, also finished in that sort of like weird greenish turquoise too. And it does have a pretty wild looking aftermarket exhaust, so that's pretty interesting to see. Another Diablo, and there's a third one over there too, actually. Let's walk over quickly and take a look at that. And yeah, here's the third Diablo. This one's interesting. This would be something we kind of see back in our Japan vlogs. I mean, look at the front headlights. Looks like it's right off of a USDM DC2 Integra. And yeah, there's a bit of a difference here in the front bumper, and the side as well looks aftermarket. These little like gills at the front and the back, quite interesting. Interior wise looks pretty good, as you can tell. This is a bit newer than the black one across the way there. This one I would have to say is probably like a 2000 or a 2001 maybe, so a bit different with the body style, different wheels as well. The wing is also a different color, as well as the engine cover. So I would assume that this one and the black one are probably like project cars. They are doing a bit of work to them, but either way, really cool to see some Diablos out here. 3 in total, so not a bad little meet.